Hey there, it's Tony from HubSpot. In this video, I'm going to share with you a replay from yesterday where I was interviewed live for the first time from a 9-figure marketer, Dave Sharpe from Legendary Marketer. And this is the entire replay of that interview. If you're interested in starting high-ticket affiliate marketing, I cannot recommend highly enough the 15-day Business Builder Challenge. It's from Legendary Marketer and will take you from day 1 to day 15 and show you how to build your own high-ticket affiliate business in the next 15 days. So I'll drop the link to that right below this video. So let me start the replay from yesterday and I hope you enjoy it.
Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. As always, or most of the time, we have a guest this morning. This is a 16-year marketing vet who is going to show you, talk to you, teach you, lend you his experience about how he's continued to thrive over the past 16 years. I mean, 16 years is significantly longer than I've even been doing this. So by about 6 years or so. So pretty exciting to be able to hear from Tony Newton here in a second. Listen, if you're brand new, there's a couple of things that you can do to get plugged in, or if you want to re-plug in back to our community. A lot of times what happens with people is they come in to Legendary, they get involved in our community, and they say, oh, geez, this is awesome. And then on day 3, they've got emails and other Facebook people hitting them up in the messenger and on their timeline. And there's somebody who's promising something 6 figures in 6 hours. And they go, whoa. And they're off to the races, right? Off to this new opportunity or this hot deal or this new program or this awesome webinar. And then after 6 to 9 to 12 to even multiple years of getting sort of beat up, battered, bruised, flipped, turned, dipped, stripped, all through the internet, they come back to Legendary and they say, man, I wish I would have just stayed plugged in from the very beginning, right? And just followed the training that you guys laid out, plugged in the community. And, of course, my response to that is always, everything happens for a reason, and welcome back. And now let's get to work. So regardless of if you're getting started, starting over, coming in for the first time, coming back and getting plugged into what we're doing, go ahead and tune in every day, weekdays, 10 a.m. Eastern time, Wake Up Legendary. We deliver free interviews, content, lessons, instructions, absolutely free, 10 a.m. Eastern time every weekday. And if you want a reminder, you can also text us WUL. Okay, you can text WUL to the phone number that's on your screen right now. With that being said, I'm going to bring in our guest, Tony Newton. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Hi, Dave. Yeah, good, thanks. Good. It's great
Awesome.
to be here.
Great to have you. You're coming in. When you say you're a Brit, for us lay people over in the United States of America, tell us where you're from. Where do you live?
So I live in Blackpool, which is sort of northwest England.
Mm-hmm.
It's about an hour away from Manchester, about 3 or 4 hours away from London. So yeah,
okay.
It's on the coast. It's on the coast.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. So you're a 16-year vet. Like how are we going to make the most of our time when we've got limited time today, but you've got 16 years of experience? Can you give us a nutshell snapshot about how you even got started in this in the first place and why you've stayed with internet marketing and building a business online over the past 16 years versus going back to corporate America or whatever your other options were? Give us a snapshot into Tony Newton's, how he got started, and then what 16 years of internet marketing's look like.
Yeah, I mean, so basically I got started, it was about 2002. I'd been working for 10 years full time. I'd been working in security, so it was like CCTV, but it was working away. It was working away Monday to Friday. So 2002, I decided I'd had enough. So I decided to go traveling with a friend. So we did like 6 months traveling around. During that 6 months, I decided, I don't want to go back to my full-time job. It was Monday to Friday. It was working away. I didn't want to do it. So coming back, 2003, I actually came back. I had an operation on my back, so I was laid up at home. So I got into online. So, I didn't have anything else to do at the time. I was living at home. So I started looking how to make money online, what I can do. So the first thing I actually started was eBay. It was, I was a power seller on eBay. Didn't really know what I was doing. But I started looking at how I could get started, and what I could sell. So in this town that I live in, it's like a tourist town. So there's a lot of like novelty gift shops and things like on the promenade. So I went to some wholesalers in town here to see what I could sell. So I found these cigarette lighters. So I started selling cigarette lighters. It's like they play tunes, or, they look like a guitar, or, like a motorbike. So I started selling them, and that was the first thing I did. That was 2003. Quick I got up to like power seller. I was doing like sort of 10, 20 lighters a day, making about sort of £3, £4 each on them. So I was buying them for like 35p, but selling them for £3 each. Charging £2 shipping, where it cost like 60p. So when the profit was good, at that time for like putting things in envelopes. I was making like £100 a day, which is like $150 a day. So that's the first thing. That's really the first thing that I did to actually start making money online.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so over the years, you've done. Now you're doing affiliate marketing primarily after 16 years, right? And that's one of the ways and one of the things that attracted you to Legendary. Is this the first time that you've come across my stuff, or have you known of other, have we been connected in some way up until this point, or is this the first time?
No, this is the first time. So beginning of this year, I started doing sort of more social. So I started doing Facebook, YouTube, and I got introduced through Facebook by a couple of people to Legendary, both Brits actually, who said, we're promoting Legendary, you should look into it. So that's what I did. So I joined, took the challenge first, and joined as an affiliate after that. And that was just before the first TikTok challenge came out, beginning of the year.
So you went through the challenge sort of as a customer, as a client, as a student. And you wanted to sort of see what obviously you've seen a lot of stuff in 16 years. You've seen a lot of different offers. So what was your takeaway? What was your impression being a 16-year vet going through our challenge and now being involved in our community for 7 or 8 months?
Yeah, I think I love the transparency. I think is the one thing, with you. What you see is what you get. Your story's on the line. There's nothing held back. I've worked with obviously different people in the past, and what they're putting out there is not what's happening behind the scenes. So you can see clearly with Legendary that you're here to help people. You're not here to make sales, to get money for yourself. It's a genuine community to actually help people to change their lives. And that's why I love promoting Legendary, because that's basically what you're doing. I'm not here to get sales. I'm here to help people to actually step up and, change their lives. So I think that's the one thing is I love the transparency. I love, the mission that you're on and everything that you sort of stand behind, really.
Thank you. Well, that's hopefully also attracting the right people. Our mission is to attract the right people. Of course, with our affiliate program, the majority of people that come through our training don't become affiliates just because we teach people how to be affiliates, marketers in general, right? There's so many different products that you can promote and so many different niches you can work in. And, anybody who does promote us, we want them to have the same values that we have, which is why we put people through a pretty strict application process in order for us to approve them. So, awesome. From talking to you here for a couple of minutes, I think what we're doing is working because we're trying to attract people who have those same principles and who value those same things. and in the long term, the money will be made. The money will be made over the long term, and you know what's best of all, you'll get to keep it, because you know, there's too many companies, too many gurus in the industry who do bad things, treat people bad ways, and it doesn't end good. It never ends good.
Yeah.
So awesome. So you said that you transitioned to social more. What talk to us about your marketing strategy a little bit. I know you're doing some TikTok. I know you're doing some Medium. So obviously and are you primarily doing affiliate marketing, or are you doing any digital courses or coaching or anything like that as well?
No, I do my own. I have done for years. I love creating courses and trainings, and, you know, teaching people how to do various things. So I do have my own courses that I release. I release different ones, you know, keep updating them, and I have my standalone ones. But I also do quite a lot of affiliate marketing as well. Yeah. So
yeah, and that's a good example and lesson for those of you who are wondering what's the long game look like for you. You really can do all of the information models at one time. You can do affiliate marketing and also have your own course, your own coaching program, or whatever, if you want to do that. If you want to take on that extra work, a lot of times, if you do it right, there's a lot of money to be made. A lot of times, if you're doing affiliate marketing, you start to do your own courses and coaching, you become overwhelmed and you wish you would have just stuck with affiliate marketing. But either way, the point is that you can do them all together. And so do you primarily drive traffic into a singular funnel that promotes an affiliate program or your own course on the front end? And then, so what is the front end offer that you promote? And then how do you sell your other stuff? Do you do it via follow-up email? Do you understand what I'm asking? I'm basically asking, do you drive all your traffic into one funnel, into one front door, and then sell various things via email? Or do you drive traffic to various different offers based on whatever video you posted or whatever article you wrote?
Yeah. So primarily I've got one funnel, really, which does the legendary, the 15-day challenge. So it's an opt-in page. So it's the opt-in to see your video for it. So they opt in, they go to a bridge page, which is basically a video of me introducing them to Legendary, to you, and basically telling them to go and watch the video. So then they'll click through from that bridge page and go through to the 15-day business builder challenge sales page. So that's it's one funnel, but I had to duplicate it quite a few times for each platform that I use, because I want to track where opt-ins are coming from and where sales are coming from. So that I can have a different link on each bridge page. I've had to like duplicate the bridge page, so I can track through the Legendary system sales. So, you know, I'll have like a bridge page for Medium, a bridge page for TikTok, a bridge page for YouTube, you know, different ones, but primarily it's the same funnel. So it's one funnel. It's just so that I can track them. So that's basically where. So I'm using social to get people into there. Then I'll follow up with. I'm actually just using the Legendary email sequence, the follow up, but I'll also do broadcasts to my blog. So I'll put up like a blog post on my blog. I'll email it out as a broadcast, get people to my blog, and on my blog there's the links to my various trainings and courses and things on there, as well as obviously links to Legendary as well.
Now, you told me that you were using Medium, so I kind of want to talk about blogging and writing and ranking for keywords just for a moment. So do you have a separate blog and then also you're using Medium?
Yeah, I've got my own blog on its own domain name. Yeah, it's WordPress. I've used WordPress like since WordPress first came out. WordPress has been like a major part of my business. I love the technical side. I love building blogs. I love ranking them, and I've also sold like a ton of them. And I also make them for other people as well. So yeah, so it's primarily it's my own blog. It's basically, I think it's important to have your own thing that you control. So that's basically my hub. So it's, you know, no one can take that away from me. Then it's, you know, I don't want to build like solely on one platform that I don't own, because as we all know, you know, things can go wrong, like you talked about on Monday. You know, you've got to have a backup. So you've got to have something in place where if that one thing goes wrong, you just don't lose everything. So yeah, it's pretty much my blog is the standalone, you know, thing that I send people to, really, to get them into my, you know, get them into my world kind of thing.
And that's at hubzap.com, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen and just because I want to talk about this for a couple of moments. So this is your blog. You built this on WordPress.
Yeah.
So you own this. You own this piece of digital real estate, and that's one of the benefits of working with WordPress and hosting the WordPress blog on a service like Bluehost or something like that, HostGator, whatever. I think you can even host it on GoDaddy nowadays. So in your blogging here, right? So are you mainly just taking the blog posts that you put here? Are these mainly just YouTube videos that you create and then you repurpose that content and turn it into a blog post?
Yeah, I do that a lot. Yeah, I'll basically do. I'll choose one topic. I'll do a YouTube video. I'll then do a TikTok video which talks about the YouTube video, so people will go from TikTok to YouTube. And I'll also take the YouTube video, embed it onto the blog, and just write, you know, a few paragraphs about it. The blog isn't necessarily to rank in Google. It's just a hub where I can send people to see the content. Basically, I do obviously the keyword research, and all the posts are optimized, but it's not necessarily, the blog isn't my sole focus of getting traffic from Google. So
okay. All right, so this is mainly, but you're taking, if I'm clear, did you say every TikTok video that you create, you also create a blog post for it?
If a YouTube one, if I do a YouTube video, I'll then do a TikTok video which talks about the YouTube video, and I'll put the YouTube video on my blog. So it's just using, you know, as many different sources as I can to get that free traffic coming in.
Yeah. Are you also, anything that you post on YouTube, do you post it on Instagram or Facebook?
Not as much.
Do you make a post about it and try to send people from Facebook and Instagram to watch the YouTube video? Or do you email your list? I'm trying to get inside your head of how many different ways you're repurposing a single piece of content.
Yeah, I do sometimes put YouTube videos on Facebook, but not that often. My Facebook's kind of a bit separate at the moment. I don't use that as much for like marketing as such. I'm just building it up at the moment. I'm using that as more of a personal sort of one-to-one thing at the moment.
Okay.
With Instagram, my Instagram account's quite. I had it for about 2 or 3 years now. It's too generic. It's basically a luxury channel. So it's not, I set it up wrong in the first place. It's not on online marketing. So my Instagram, all I do with Instagram is I post a few posts a day. One of them is a legendary post, and I'm linking to the squeeze page for legendary in my bio for it.
Okay.
But I'll also, when I do the blog post, so I'll do the YouTube, I'll do the TikTok, I'll put it on the blog, and then I'll email my list and get them to come to the blog. That's basically the sort of system that I use.
Okay. All right, gotcha. So here's your funnel, right? I'm just gonna put all right. And you've got a short little bridge page. Yeah.
The bridge page video is actually following Matt's training from in the affiliate section. So I've just took the script that he goes through there. So I'm just basically gone through that and shot the video using what Matt laid out.
Yeah, and I mean, as you guys can see, I mean, simple. All pages are simple. Lots of white space. Design is not important. It's all about clear instruction and good copy. So then they click and it goes over to, in this case, our product, but this would be the same. This would be the same formula for any affiliate marketing product that you ever wanted to create. It'd be in any niche, Tony. It'd be the same exact formula. So that's what's really important. Okay, I see up here one of the things that you're doing. You've got your affiliate ID right here, and then you've got your tracking ID. Okay, and so you've got HubZap. So we know that is coming from your blog, right? Yeah. So what you said a second ago was you've duplicated that opt-in and that bridge page funnel probably multiple times inside of ClickFunnels. So that link there on that link right here on your bridge page, you can actually add that this particular link on these buttons. You can add that specific tracking ID. Am I right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's done. Yeah, it's actually drop funnels that I use. I moved over from ClickFunnels to drop funnels. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. It's just duplicating the bridge page with a different tracking link.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Yeah, them drop funnel boys, they're getting it, aren't they, right now?
I like it. I do really like it because it's based on WordPress. So you know, like I say, I just love WordPress, so I do like it.
All right. So you've got this little Medium blog over here too. Let's talk about that for a second. All right. And that's obviously HubZap. Here we've got @HubZap. So that's, you know, I know that's you. That's similar branding there. So let's talk about how you're actually using Medium as well to be able to do affiliate marketing. And you did get your account banned, but you got it back, and you have a bit of a maybe some takeaways in terms of what your why you were able to get your Medium blog back. But let's first and foremost talk about why would you be blogging on a platform like Medium when you've already got a WordPress blog? That'd be the first question that if I was new, I'd be asking. So can you talk? Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically because it's such an authority website, it ranks really, really quickly in Google. So you can basically, if you choose the right long tail keywords, you can create an article, you can put it up on Medium, you can what's called pinging it. So you'll take the URL when you've created the post, you'll take it to a pinging service like pingfarm.com.
Like Ping Farm?
Pingfarm.com, yeah.
Okay.
And all you do is you put the URL from your Medium post into Pingfarm. All that does is it pings the search engines. So it tells Google, here's a new article on Medium, go and check it out. So it's possible, and I've done it like dozens and dozens of times, to create an article, put it up on Medium, ping the URL, and it can rank and get indexed and ranked in Google in like 2 or 3 hours. So instead, if I was to put an article on my blog, it'll take maybe a day or two before Google finds it. And then because my blog, it's not super powerful, that it's not going to rank as high. But with Medium, if you choose the right keywords, you can create the article, rank it within hours. So it's just a faster way to get the free traffic from Google.
So let's talk a little bit about what makes a website an authority website versus not so much of an authority website. Just again, speaking to anybody who's new or would be learning, what is it? Does it have to do with the domain? Does it have to do with the age? What speak to that for a moment.
Yeah, it's basically the size of the website. So Medium, because it lets people publish their own content on the site, it's huge. If you probably looked at the number of pages, there's probably millions and millions of pages. So when you've got a lot of content, you also get a lot of backlinks to the various pieces of content. And that whole, more content, more backlinks helps the whole domain authority to be basically really high. So Google will see that. They'll know the site's, valuable. They know it's full of content. So the new content that gets added there's more chance of it ranking in Google because Google already trusts the website. That's basically what it is. So it's just basically the size of the site and the number of backlinks coming into it.
Now, let's talk about the difference between a keyword and a long tail keyword. I guess just a short tail, long tail. I don't know if there's, I've heard of people calling, I don't know what the opposite of a long tail. I guess it's just a keyword, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And a
I
long
think,
tail.
yeah, I think short tail is what most people call them. Short tail is like 1, 2, 3 words generally. Long tail is like 4 words plus. So you've got more chance of ranking for a longer tail keyword than you do, you know, a short tail keyword. Like affiliate marketing, you're not going to get ranked for that
Right.
in 3 or 4 years if you was trying to do it yourself. You know, it's
Yeah.
just not going to happen. But a keyword like, can affiliate marketing be done on Facebook? That keyword, you know, you can rank that Medium article probably in a day, you know, in a day or two. So if you choose long tail keywords, now they're not going to get as many searches. So search volume's probably going to be like anywhere from 10 to maybe 300 a month for like your real long tail keywords. And they're the ones to go for because the competition's going to be low and you're going to be able to rank really fast, especially if you are using places like Medium.
Yeah. And also I like to think of keywords in the ways that people use Google, asking Google a question. So a lot of times, very rarely, you know, if you think about how you use a search engine, you're not just typing in affiliate marketing. You're usually asking Google a question like this question: can affiliate marketing be done on Facebook for free? There's probably, and we may be able to look at this here in a second, but there may be there may be 1,000 searches of that a month worldwide, right? But if those 1,000 searches, if you were to get 1,000 people reading your article because you're number one on Google, and you generated 200 leads from that and got 20 front end sales, which turned into 1 or 2 higher ticket upgrades or something, man, for writing an article for an hour or two's worth of work, and you know what the beautiful thing about that is, and you know this, Tony, is that baby stays there and ages and just it's free traffic for life. Isn't it? Isn't that powerful?
Yeah, that is content. You know, it's each content piece, whether it's a YouTube video, a TikTok video, a Medium post, blog post, it stays there. You know, it stays there, and the traffic can come in, you know, for years and years to come. You know, all you have to do is just focus on getting the content out there on a regular basis, be consistent with it, because, you know, once that momentum builds up, the more traffic comes in and you keep on getting more content out there and it just scales up and up and up.
And the beautiful thing about doing what I call passive versus active marketing. Let me explain this to everybody so they understand. Active marketing is when I post a story on Instagram or even a picture on Instagram and it gets buried in the news feed within a couple of hours, right? And then the next day, that post is basically worthless. It's not going to get any eyes on it anymore. Facebook's the same way. You can post something on Facebook, it's going to get buried in the timeline. Now, I'm not saying Facebook's not a good strategy. It's just got pros and cons. You have to be very clear going into your strategy with eyes wide open that if I do active marketing on Facebook, like I'm going into groups and I'm adding friends and I'm posting value posts on my Facebook, I just have to understand that I need to be active, that's only going to likely bring me results that day. Tomorrow, that's going to be irrelevant because it will be mostly buried in the news feed unless it gets a lot of comments and keeps getting kicked back up to the top. Whereas, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. It's just important to understand how the strategy is going to react and what is going to be required of you to be successful with that strategy. You could be successful very faster with that because you're actively messaging people and conversations are happening. And I think that's probably why you're also doing that, Tony. It's about diversity. But with a blog post that's well researched on a good keyword, or a YouTube video, or even we're finding with TikTok, but only if it becomes a video that goes more viral, that these blog posts, they live. You do them one time and they live on the search engines. And if you hit if you hit oil, if you struck oil with it and it's ranked in the first couple of spots for a keyword that gets a decent amount of searches, that is going to bring you traffic for a very long time passively. And so is that better, worse? It's just different, right? It's just different. All right. I want to talk about keyword research, Tony, but I want to talk about a little. We did a challenge at one point in our community. Everybody was blogging on Medium. A lot of people got their accounts disabled. I'm not saying anyone should or should not blog on Medium. You're doing it, and you're doing it eyes wide open. You actually already did get your account deactivated, and in what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually know. They don't actually tell you. So I basically did a YouTube video and someone commented, your account's not live anymore. So I was like, whoa. So I went and had a look, and yeah, it was just not live. So I appealed. I think it had been closed for about a good couple of weeks. So I basically sent them an email and said, why has it been, closed? And they said it was due to the way I was linking. Which I'll talk about in a second. So I went back to him. I said, look, I'm putting I was putting affiliate disclaimers at the bottom because there was affiliate links in the post. I said, I don't quite understand what I've done wrong. So they gave me an example, which basically I was linking to a program. I don't even know if it was Legendary. It might have been. And I basically said the link, the actual text link that you click on, said, check out this great program here. And they don't like that. They don't like the mystery that people don't know where they're going to. So that was the reason why they cancelled my account. They said it was better to actually mention the name of what you was linking to. So, I mean, some of these articles are old that you're looking at now. I never changed them. But the newer ones all say, check out the 15-day business builder challenge, and it's 15-day business builder challenge. That's the actual hyperlink that people click on. They don't mind that. They don't mind as long as people know where they're going to. As far as I'm concerned, then Medium are fine with that. They just don't like it when people are clicking and they don't know where they're going to. So that was my take on why they banned it. And because I kept on appealing, I didn't accept it at first. I kept on asking them, but can you tell me why? Can you tell me exactly what I've done? And eventually they just said, look, we've opened it back up again. Just be careful about the way you're linking. So I was a bit persistent with it. I didn't just accept it. So I made sure I either found out exactly why, so that if I started another account, I knew to make sure I didn't do it again. But they actually did just open it back up again.
I love that you said I was persistent. I didn't just accept the first answer. I was driving to take my car in for some service yesterday. It was a whatever annual or something service on my car. And the guy calls me. I'm on my way from St. Pete to Tampa. It's about a 45-minute drive over to this Benz dealership in Tampa. And I'm driving, and he calls me and this guy says, well, we don't have a loaner vehicle. Is there any way that you can turn around? I was literally on my way. I said, look, I got, I don't want to sound pompous here, but I've got a busy schedule and I've specifically carved out time to come and do this. You're telling me on that huge, large lot of cars, there's not a single car that you can loan me for a couple of hours while you do this service. And in the back of my mind, I'm going anyways, because I don't care if I have to take an Uber. This is going to happen. But when I pushed back and challenged what he was asking, he said, "Oh, okay, come on. I've got some loaners, and I'll switch some other people around." And I thought that that's a lesson that I want to pass down to my kids. That's a lesson that Tony just passed on to you guys, because sometimes I think we lay down too easy. And you got to think about with Medium or Facebook ads account or whatever. I mean, they've got hundreds of thousands of people that they're dealing with on a daily basis with issues, bans, the artificial intelligence flags something, and you got to be persistent. I mean, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. You ever heard that over there in the UK? The squeaky wheel gets the grease, baby. So you were the squeaky wheel, you got the grease, you're back up and running. And we're not saying that affiliate marketing on Medium, you're not going to get shut down, but that's what Tony did. So I also like that you have your disclaimer here. I love, and guys, you should always have a disclaimer in any and all of your posts. Okay. Now, if you're wanting some really good compliance training, then you should come down here to the bottom of our site and just click compliance agreement. And you're going to get an awesome hour-and-a-half long training. And I'll even give you the slides here about how to actually make disclaimers and how to be compliant when you're doing affiliate marketing. Okay. I've also given you verbiage for various different earnings claims. Okay. So just understand that you've got lots and lots of resources. This is free. Even if we've got somebody who's not even a client or anything of ours, maybe your company or your guru or whoever you're following isn't teaching you about how to do things right. Come and learn, because it can save your ass. Okay. I like how you got this disclaimer. It's simple. There's affiliate links in this post. If you make a purchase after clicking on these links, then I will make a commission, but it doesn't affect the price you pay. It's just a small reward for my efforts. Awesome. It's clear. And that's exactly how it's done. Anything to add to this linking? And you know what? This is how all your links should be. You know, that's a great point, Tony, because us marketers, we get into this click here and all this. It's guys, we're moving to a place to where the industry is more regulated. The companies, like whether it's Medium or AWeber or whoever, is making sure that people are doing things right. It's not the wild, wild west that it was 16 years ago, is it, Tony?
No, it's certainly not. No.
You got to be on top of your compliance stuff. We should just make one wake up show just about that. So anything to add to that? I want to talk briefly about keyword research and understand how you do it. Is that okay? Or do you have anything to add?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, there's nothing to add to that. It was caught she told me it was caught by a bot. So it was just flagged up, and then they obviously manually looked at it, and it got banned. But I think if you do appeal and you just don't take no for an answer, hopefully, if it does happen to you, that you can get your account back.
So how do you do keyword research? Could you give us a very small snapshot lesson about how you go about finding good long tail keywords?
Yeah, so I basically use a tool called Keywords Everywhere. You can find, I think it's keywordseverywhere.com. It's a browser extension. So all you do is you do a search on Google like normal, and it tells you the number of searches for each keyword, which come next to it. But it also works in YouTube as well. So if you do a search in YouTube, it tells you, it brings the information. It's still the information from Google. But what it does is, if you go to a YouTube video, let's say you go to a video about affiliate marketing, it actually tells you the tags that video is using, which are obviously long tail keywords. And it also gives you a box with long tail keywords as well, suggestions. So you can see the long tail keywords, and you can see the number of searches that those keywords get. So for long tail, what I tend to do is anywhere between 30 and 300 searches a month are the ones I'll typically go for long tail.
Let's look for one. Let's do a demo here real quick. So I've got this Keywords Everywhere thing up. How would you walk us through it?
If you go into Google and just start typing affiliate marketing, what should happen is a box should come up. Once you've typed that in, there you go. So you can actually see the number of searches there per month that those keywords are getting.
Where's the box? I don't see the box. The key. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, it's quite small. If you actually do that search, affiliate marketing, if you click on to do the search, over on the right hand side, if you scroll down a little bit, it should give you a box with there you go, with long tail keywords there. So it gives you those, and it also, if you're using the paid version, it gives you the search volume for those keywords as well. So it's not a completely free extension. Sorry, I should have said that. You actually have to pay $10, but that gives you like 100,000 searches. Will last for months and months and months for just $10. So it's free to install and use, but to actually get the data, you've got to pay $10 for it. But that will honestly last for months and months and months. I've only ever paid $10 still, and I've been using it for a long time, and I've still got like thousands of searches there. So
you think using an extension like this is better than like using the Google keyword tool or anything like that? You don't use any of Google's search tools?
No, I used to use the Google tool, but it's just a lot quicker to actually get the keywords that you need, especially if I'm looking for like YouTube keywords, because I'll just go into YouTube, I'll find a video, I'll see what tags they're using, see the number of searches. I'll also see the keyword suggestions there, and it just gives me a good way of like finding keywords faster. The box appears just below those videos in Google. It should in YouTube.
Just below the ones on the right here?
Yeah, it usually just comes up on the right hand side.
I see.
At the top?
Yeah, there's something right here. So the keyword, but it's not. It didn't load the tags or anything. Is that only available on the free or on the paid version?
It must be just on the paid one. Yeah, it actually shows you the tags that the video's using, which is another great way. If you find a really popular video on YouTube that's getting, thousands and thousands of searches, if you look and see the exact tags that they're using, you can basically do your own version of that video, use the same tags. So then your video will be shown like as a suggested video on either that video or similar videos. So even though you're not ranking for that particular keyword, if you use the same tags that other videos are using, you'll be shown in the suggested videos. So you've got more ways of being found on YouTube, not just through the actual search box as well. So that's another thing I like to do is basically just go in and steal the tags that other successful videos are using.
After 16 years of marketing, he doesn't even mince words. He just likes to go in and just steal words. You ain't fooling around. And I think you realize this, like, well, I mean, like, look, dude, I mean, is there an original idea anymore? I don't know. It's like where I think a lot of people come into this industry and it's like we try to find the line between, am I like plagiarizing? And it's like, well, shit, how many? I literally cannot come up with an idea on my own that's not already been done. So it just makes more sense to go out and try to figure out what's already been done that's really working. And then I can go and I can repurpose that in my own words, try to do it the same, better, worse, whatever. But at least I'm doing something that I know people are interested in.
Yeah, exactly. It's already proven. I've already know that a video is getting, thousands and thousands of views. You can see all the comments. The other thing to look at is if there are comments on a really popular video and the people are asking questions, what you can do is you can take them questions and answer them in your own video. So you're basically creating the same content, but you're making it better because you're answering questions that original video didn't answer as well. So that's another thing I like to do. Just check out all the information's there. It's all hidden in plain sight. You've just got to find it and just create the content and just do it. That is basically it.
Have you ever used Quora?
Yeah, funnily enough, I was on Quora yesterday. I've just started using Quora yesterday. So I've just created my first space yesterday and uploaded 10 articles to that space. Yes, I'm new to that. I've been using it for a long time, but I've never used it to actually post. I've used it to answer questions, but I've never actually, just yesterday I've created my first space. So we'll see how that goes.
Quora is it's a place that you can ask questions and get answers. Quora, like, I guess, that word is of the origin of question, I would assume. That's probably where the name came from. I could be wrong, but it's the other thing about Quora, similar to Medium, is that you can post content on there, and if you it's an authority site, it can rank much easier than your brand new blog could. So there's a lot of good SEO guys and gals who use Medium, Quora, and maybe they use it to backlink to their website. Maybe they use it just to rank content right on Quora. I mean, it's really clever what you're doing with Medium, and now you're obviously getting started with Quora. It's really, really smart. moving forward, knowing everything you know, and we're in 2020 and it's been a crazy year, and there's lots of different things that we could all be doing. I think one of the big things for somebody who's new or who's undecided or unclear is like, well, how do I, what do I do? Where do I go all in? Our philosophy here about affiliate marketing is we teach people in our business blueprints, we teach them how to sort of launch Facebook ads to products in multiple niches so they get the hang of it. So they understand that they can, how to write an ad, how to launch an ad campaign to a product that's in a totally weird niche. And then after 45, 90 days, they can actually major in whatever niche they want to major in, instead of just trying to pick a major and then, like college, realizing, hey, I don't really want to do this. So once they pick that major, then they can go all in terms of their marketing strategy, right? They can go all in with a blog, or they can go all in with a YouTube channel to go with their paid marketing strategies. Knowing everything that you know, and you obviously work in the business opportunity, make money online space, that's a sub niche of the wealth umbrella, of the wealth niche. What are the main things that you're going to be focused on over the next 12 months in terms of driving traffic?
For me, I've always been an organic traffic guy. I've never been a paid traffic guy. I should be, but I just prefer to do the organic routes. It's something I've done for, way over 10 years now as far as SEO. So I just prefer that. So for me, it would be organic. So I'm going to be focusing on, I think, mainly Facebook group, YouTube channel, my blog, and obviously TikTok, if it lasts. We're not sure what's going to happen with that. I think it will. But with the problem with TikTok that I have here is TikTok will only show your content to the country that you're in. So I do not get a lot of traffic from the States. So 85 to 90% of my traffic comes from the UK. And that's the same for anyone, depending what country you're in, unless you're using like a SIM card from America and like a VPN. Your content will only be shown to the country you're in. So that's the slight issue I have with TikTok. So even though I'm still doing 2-3 videos a day, I'm only getting UK traffic, and we're very skeptical over here. So when I start talking about, oh, you can make $1,000 a day, I just get questions of, why are you talking in dollars? It's a scam. The whole thing. It's all there. So I'm slightly struggling with that, but I'm just trying to get around it by answering people's questions. So for me, it's creating groups, I guess. So I've got a Facebook group, so I'm going to be building that. Same with my YouTube channel, same with my blog. I think it's just important for me to have different sort of communities, even though they can all be, commingled together. I think I don't want to rely on one thing, because I've done that before and it's bit me in the ass. So when I've relied, it's like what you said on Monday, if you're relying on the one thing, then you've got to have some sort of backup in place just in case something happens. So the social is what I'm focusing on right now, and that's to grow basically the groups, the little sort of communities together. That's what I'll be focusing on.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing in a wide open landscape right now for all of us. And this 16 years, things have evolved quite a bit. There's a ton of opportunity. And I think you're right about the communities. I mean, what people are looking for is they're looking to be able to be connected. They want to, people are skeptical. It's not just the UK. I mean, people are skeptical everywhere. So I think the more that you can make yourself, it's both education-based selling, but it's also, it's also just providing good raw value. Nobody cares what you look like, how you sound. I mean, as long as you're not yelling or they can't hear you, none of that matters. It doesn't matter the video quality production. I mean, my daughter, she watches videos on YouTube with people playing with toys. I mean, and they're filming it on an iPhone. It's just, what I realize about human beings is we really don't care about the production value. It's always fun to go and watch a nice video, and we expect that in the movie theaters. But in terms of our everyday lives, particularly right now in this coronavirus, where a lot of people are more disconnected from people, really feeling more connected to people raw, authentic video, and just getting it out, just getting it done. I think that's one of the biggest. That's my biggest. If I was to say, what is the one thing somebody needs to focus on, for me, it's like, just put it out. Just get it out. You'll fix it and improve it over time. People will pull their hair out and stress out over a blog article or a Facebook post or so, and it's like, that's so irrelevant. Just get it out, and you'll improve over time. Do you find that to be true as well? And even, do you have any hesitations or struggles or fears or anything after so long doing this with getting content out, or do you just hit publish? And what is your mindset like, or how have you strengthened that mental muscle to be able to produce so much?
I think it's just practice, really. I mean, of course, you still get nerves. I mean, this is the first live I've ever done. So, of course, I was nervous coming on. But I think you've just got to, especially when I'm doing YouTube videos, my YouTube videos, I just do it. I think the first time you do it, it's going to be awkward. You're going to trip up your words. You're going to forget what you want to say. It's going to be awkward. But as long as you know that, as long as you tell yourself it's going to be awkward, until I've done it enough times, then I just turn the camera on now and just do the YouTube video, edit it, and it's done. I don't go back and watch my own videos. I just do it. I'll film it, I'll do it, and I'll just get it out there. That's pretty much what I do. It's actually only this year that I've only started doing the in front of the camera bits. I've spent like 15 years behind the camera.
Wow.
But I'm actually enjoying I'm enjoying it. I'm getting a lot more. I think I'm getting a lot more feedback. I think it's easier for people to actually connect with you if they can see you, if they can hear you. So it's only this year where I've started doing really the YouTube, the TikTok, the Facebook, and lives with Dave Sharpe. It's only been this year. So, but it's constantly expanding. It's constantly, we're going in that direction. I think in 2022, about 80-something% of all content is going to be video. It's not going to be people reading blog posts. So it's something, I know it's a direction I have to go, which is why I'm doing what needs to be done, basically.
Yeah. Great conversation, man. Lot of experience and value, and love to be connected now. Personally, thrilled to have you as a part of our community, and would love to have you back if you'd be willing.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to come back on.
Sounds good. Well, guys, we've shown a couple of his things. Or his blog, his Medium. You can follow him on TikTok at HubZap. Okay, you can connect with Tony. It's another person to add to your network, to your mastermind, and to learn from and connect with. And he sounds like the kind of guy would be interested in learning from you as well. Isn't that amazing? Somebody that the most successful people are the people who are most interested in learning and evolving and never saying, "Oh boy, I know it all." Right. And so here you are. All right, dude. I'll let you go. I know it's later in the afternoon, almost evening time over where you're at, right?
Yeah,
so have a good dinner, have a good night, and I'll talk to you later, man.
Great. Thanks, Dave. Thanks.
All right. See you, Tony. All right, my friends. Well, great conversation. We could have gone for another hour. That was a long one, and I appreciate Tony's time coming on, being so willing to go behind the scenes of his business and sort of show everything that he's doing. It's another masterclass, really, in online marketing. In this case today, how to get free traffic and leads, and how to do it over 16 years. Right? Here's a guy who's been online for 16 years. So those of you who are looking to make a career out of this, welcome home. Right? It's possible. You can do it, and Tony demonstrated that beautifully today. Make sure to text us at the number on your screen. Just text the letters WUL to the number on your screen. We'll send you a little text message alert every morning when we go live with what we're talking about, the topic, and just give you a little gentle nudge to come on and join us. If you haven't gotten started with the 15-day online business builder challenge, get in there, do that, connect with an advisor if you'd like to talk to somebody from our team to help guide you and help you develop your business plan. And we will be thrilled to lock arms with you, to help you learn, to support you, to guide you, to mentor you, and to also learn from you as you evolve and grow and start to succeed. With that being said, we'll see you back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. I'm Dave Sharpe, your 5-star general here for getting through this pandemic, getting through 2020. Not only better, hopefully wealthier, richer, not in both financially, but also personally, right? And showing yourself and the world, meaning your friends, your family, all that, that not only will you come out of 2020 successful, but you are making the best of a difficult year. And that's why we meet every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern time to talk and discuss, is because I'll be damned if me and my crew ain't going to come out of 2020 stronger and better versions of ourselves. With that being said, we'll see you tomorrow. Wake up legendary. Be legendary. Peace.